All right, UFC 322 live from Madison Square Garden, November 15th, this Saturday, the main event. Now, this fight is interesting. This is a fight I think a lot of people have been waiting for. Islam moving up to 170. Jack beat Bilal for the belt. This will be his first defense. And, I've been watching a lot of videos online, and, they're showing Islam training, and he's got more weight on him. And this will be his first fight at 170. So I think, the weight cut will be a lot easier for him, obviously. But how is he going to fight with that extra weight? I know he says he's only fighting, to 60% of his potential when he's at 155. I guess we'll find out if that's true. I mean, obviously, the wrestling, grappling goes to Islam. The striking with the hands goes to Jack. Now, Jack is not, the greatest kicker or doesn't use kicks a lot, but his hands are nasty. I think he is probably, the best boxer in the UFC. And to see what he did with Bilal, stuffing the takedowns, and really touching him with the hands when it counted and causing damage, he surprised a lot of people, I think. I don't think a lot of people thought that he would be able to stuff those takedowns, and each fight we've seen Jack get better and better. You can tell he's working on his wrestling defense, on his grappling, and what I've noticed is every time there's a scramble, he will not give up on himself. He tends to just fight and try to get back to the feet. I know he's even got Volk working with him on this camp. Volk's fought Islam twice. That first fight, Islam and Volk was very close. So he has a lot of things he could probably, show Jack what Islam will be doing, some tendencies he has. But this fight is going to be exciting, I think. We got to see, can Jack stop the takedowns? And if he does stop the takedowns, will Islam stop going for the takedown? Or is he just going to keep going for takedowns? If he gets him down and he gets up, is he just going to mat return? I do think if Islam was to get a finish, I do think it would be on the ground and it would be, a submission. And I think if Jack got a finish, I think it would be, a TKO. But we don't know what's going to happen. Is it going to go the distance? Jack, when getting up, he can make mistakes and maybe get caught in a submission. We know Islam loves that Darce choke, and I feel like once he gets his hand in there, it's a wrap. I don't think anybody's getting out of that. They say it's his favorite, submission, and it seems like he is extremely strong when he gets you there. So if Jack makes a mistake getting up, he's, in the turtle position, goes up, and Islam goes for that, I think it'll be a done deal. But let's see if Jack can stop these takedowns, keep it on the feet, and, cause damage. And we'll see if this fight goes the distance and how it plays out. But, I think Islam has the better kicks. Like I said, Jack has the better boxing. Grappling, wrestling goes to Islam. But, JDM's got that dog in him. He will never give up on himself. I think this is going to be an incredible fight. And wouldn't it be something if Jack won? Wouldn't it be something if he knocked out Islam? That would be incredible. We've never seen it. Never seen it. And what if Islam goes in there and just dog walks JDM? Just takes him down in the first round and submits him. That would be incredible as well. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen on any given night. But this is, I've been waiting for this fight for a while. This is the one I've been looking forward to. So, it'll be very interesting. I've been watching the promos come out. They're on the Empire State Building taking photos. And I think each team, respects the other. And they'll be very respectful. But, Islam comes into fights, very confident, and Jack comes in very confident as well. The cornering that I saw, in the JDM Bilal fight, that last round when his coach came in, he's like, "You're not fucking tired. You're gonna go out there. You're gonna do this." I mean, that was some of the greatest coaching I've seen in a while. He really knows how to dial in his fighter, and that was something great to see. Some of these guys, their corner talks to them, and it's like they don't even listen. They're not even paying attention to what they're saying. But it seems like they have a great relationship, and he could really get JDM locked in. Islam's been working with Khabib and AKA for his entire MMA career essentially. So we'll see how things go. But I do think this will be an incredibly fun fight. It'd be cool to see it go the distance, and see if it's a back and forth fight. But you never know. Like I said, Islam could take him down, and if Jack can't get up, that it might end pretty quick. But I would love to see a back and forth fight. Predictions, this is hard. It could kind of go either way, but let's just say we're going to say it's going to be a split decision. JDM retains his belt. That's what I'm going to go with because I don't know which way this fight's going to go, but we'll say JDM by split decision retains his title. Main event, UFC 322. Let's go.